Good day, everybody. I hope 2017 is finding you well. This is Petrichor Gaming, and I am Octung Panzer 41 here to talk to you about Titanfall 2 with my first weapon basics guide. Without further ado, today's weapon is the L-Star, which might stand for Lone Star, some speculate. The L-Star is an automatic fire light machine gun with no specified clip capacity, which does not mean an infinite magazine. It is a projectile weapon, not a hit scan weapon. The difference between the two being that a hit scan is basically a guaranteed hit should your reticle rest over your target, and a projectile weapon actually factors in travel time and uses physical simulations of bullets instead of just an illusion of bullets. Your hit scan weapons, such as the Devotion, the Hemlock, and basically any other gun besides the Mastiff and the Mozambique in Titanfall 2, will simulate bullets by having tracer graphics, but they are not real bullets. To get a better idea, you might think of Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, and maybe Battlefield Hardline to know the difference. Those are actual projectiles calculated with bullet drop, time, distance, etc. So let's talk about the L-Star. The L-Star energy light machine gun has a high rate of fire, but slow traveling projectiles relative to bullet-based weapons. The magazine is theoretically bottomless, so you have plenty of opportunities to land shots on your target without releasing the trigger, thus ensuring that they might run into the bullets instead of you having to place the reticle over them and get them yourself. At short ranges or while running and gunning, it is perfectly adequate to fire down the hip, but if one is descending, hovering, or wall running, one might want to use the iron sights or scope. The magazine, as I said, is theoretically bottomless, but if you fire for too long, it overheats and you have to initiate a very lengthy reload animation. The overheat is easy to predict, as the weapon will emit an audible alarm and the indicator LED will turn bright red or orange if you get too close to overheating. The weapon is very good for the game mode attrition because it is proficient at taking out large groups of enemy AI. And more often than not, pilots will walk into your line of fire, as I've already said. Compared to the Devotion, it's not nearly as good, but it's not as much of a try-hard weapon as the Devotion, so to speak. The community tends to frown on the Devotion. There are various reasons for this, but I'm not going to discuss them in this video. Normally I would advise against putting long-range scopes on one's light machine gun, however the L-Star is a special exception. It does not have great recoil, because it is energy actuated, I guess you could say, and it is very accurate at mid to long ranges. Because of the generous bottomless well magazine, it is very easy to use while running and strafing, and especially while hovering with a mid to long range scope. For a light machine gun, it is very accurate at range. When paired with an ACOG, I think this is what I have on it, you can generally get a pilot kill, especially if the pilot's at lower health. A full health pilot will generally take 4 or 5 body shots from the L-Star to kill. It is not too easy to get headshots with, but it is possible. Again, as the game hints imply, it is not meant to be fired single shot. You can't snipe with it, but you still can get long range kills with it. So fire in about, I would say, 6 or 7 second bursts at the most, 3 or 4 for grunt groups. I've played around with pairings for the L-Star, including the AWOL, and I found the AWOL to be very lacking. I would recommend STEM for your pilot's tactical ability when using the Lone Star light machine gun. As for the weapons perk slots, I guess, I don't know what else to call them, you're going to want to use Gun Runner if you're using STEM. And I forget what else yes, Tactical and Gun Runner. These do take a while to unlock, but they are well worth it, even though you'll probably be firing the L-Star from the hip or down sights from a standstill position for accuracy. If you find yourself suddenly face to face with an enemy with a EVA 8 or Mozambique in a corridor, Gun Runner is going to help you to quickly react. Gun Runner allows you to shoot while sprinting, so it's very good while you're wall running or stemming. As in this example here, you can see I quickly closed the gap between myself and an enemy pilot, saved my teammate, and was able to react to another threat just as fast. Unfortunately, people are still going to camp you with assault rifles and the Devotion. Well, I think I actually might talk about the Devotion in another video, but not this one. One of the best strategies for this weapon, which is not always accurate but always willing to kill, is to saturate the area of your target with fire. It can kill thusly from any angle with any amount of, well, devotion to killing your target. If you get afraid of the overheat, he's going to get you. And as you can see, saturating the area will always get you a good result. For a light machine gun, your reaction time is still fairly adequate. You can get a kill from the hip in under 5 seconds without having to pursue your target should he be about to slide into cover. The Lone Star energy-actuated light machine gun has been my favorite Titanfall 2 weapon since day one. And though I'm saddened that they removed the Smart Pistol from the regular lineup, I can see why they did it. I'm hoping for future changes to the devotion and to tone the Titan, and I am looking forward to making more weapon basics guides. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I have enjoyed making this video for you.